Okay, our next person enjoys horse riding and cricket. She really likes horses and dogs, especially German Shepherds, mind. Well, probably any type of dog, but especially German Shepherds. Another person who dislikes spiders. What is it about spiders? When asked what she'd like to do in the future, you can spot the horse link. She'd like to be a vet, an equine physiotherapist, or an equine business manager, which I think is pretty awesome. Right, she is from Stroud High School. Please go out for Jahoor Sembi!
So I'm sure that everyone here has had a nightmare before. We all know what it's like, the fear, the anxiety, and the reality and vividness of it all. After all, no one likes being chased by giant, deadly guinea pigs. So why do we have nightmares? Nightmares usually occur when REM sleep is at its peak. REM stands for rapid eye movement, and during this period of slumber, our brains are actually nearly as active as they are when we're awake. Our respiration, heart rate, and blood pressure increases. Some scientists conducted a study to find out whether REM sleep affects learning certain mental skills. Those who learned to scale and then were put into REM sleep could remember what they had been taught, but those who did not have this stage of slumber could not. But our nighttime horrors really begin at an area at the base of the brain called the pons. Now, without the pons, we would not be able to function, as it serves as a kind of messaging point. And it relays these messages to a part called the thalamus, which send them onto the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex is in charge of all of the learning and thinking and organizing the tons of information that we take in every single second. But back to the pons, it sends signals which deactivate the nerve cells in our spinal cords, which paralyzes us, but only temporarily. As scary as it seems, it can be really dangerous if this paralysis does not take place, because then we start to act out our dreams, and that can get pretty scary in itself. So, aside from the pons, so that we can really experience nightmares, we need another part of our minds, the amygdala. It's hidden deep within our brains, and it mainly processes things like emotions. Neurological studies show that when we are in REM sleep, our amygdala is working overtime. Suppose you have a really bad day, or having a massive issue in your life. Your amygdala is going to process all of those negative emotions and present them to you in the form of nightmares. But there is a brighter side to this. Some scientists are beginning to theorize that nightmares must have some sort of useful reason, or they would have been gotten rid of through evolution. A theory suggests that nightmares act as the brain's way of focusing a person's attention on the issues they need to address. So every time you have a nightmare, try to use them to your advantage, to find and fix the issues in your life. Thank you.
Well done, really clear, excellent presentation. What made you pick this topic?
Well, actually, before the school finals are happening, I was getting really sort of worked out because I couldn't think of anything to do a talk on. And because of all of that stress, I actually had a nightmare. And the next day I woke up and I was like, why did that happen? And so I got really into it, and I decided to research it because it's something, like I said, every single one of you must have had a nightmare at some point, or must have heard of somebody that's had a nightmare. And I was just so confused as to why it happens. Like, why would we want to spend the whole night dreaming about giant, deadly guinea pigs?
I really wouldn't.
Exactly.
So, what was the scariest part of this, the preparation for the competition for you?
The preparation. I actually really enjoyed it because it's really interesting. And the scariest part was probably sitting there 5 minutes ago thinking, oh my God, I've got to talk.
No, fantastic, that was great.
Huge round of applause then for Jahoor.